What's up everybody, my name is Hector and this is Torque Junkies. Today I'm going to review the all-new 2018 Volvo XC60 and I want to find out if it's as good as it looks. Coming at you right now. Thank you so much to the salesman Joel for allowing me to go and review this vehicle. He's located at Schumacher Volvo of the Palm Beaches. He's a great salesperson. Come check him out. Located at West Palm Beach, Florida. Okay, so my first impressions of the Volvo XC60 is that it is a beautiful car. Volvo's done an amazing job at revamping their entire lineup. All the way from the interior to the exterior to the tech in the car, it is all amazing. So it looks good, but let's see how good it drives though. Alright guys, so now that we're in the interior, I was a little worried that Volvo was going to go and kind of hold back on the XC60. Because the S90 is the more expensive one. This one's a lot cheaper, so I'm thinking that they're going to really hold back on this car, but I'm not going to lie, they did not hold back at all. It is a gorgeous interior, great place to be in, nice size touchscreen. They have this beautiful new Swiss design. Everything's very simple, very minimalistic design. Very few buttons on the car, I've noticed. The dash and around the touchscreen and the infotainment center, there's very few buttons on this car. Honestly, probably the fewest buttons I've seen in a car besides a Tesla. I mean, literally we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the infotainment system alone, there's only like 8 real buttons. And I know you're probably worried, well, is it good enough for me to use the features on the infotainment system where it would be good enough to replace a button? And the answer is yes. All the buttons in this car work extremely well. And like I said, are extremely customizable. So if you don't like the way the settings are, you can change the settings. You can even change the color of the infotainment screen. There's so many things you can do. For example, the gauge cluster is all digital, and so you can go and actually change anything on it as far as colors go. All you have to really do is go into settings, go into my car, go into display, and then on display themes, you have glass, which is a certain look you have in the car. Then you have minimalistic, then you have performance, which is my favorite look on the car, and then you have chrome rings. And then if you want to change the center display to normal or bright, so that's also pretty cool actually. One thing that I like about the air conditioning is that even though it's all on the infotainment screen, and I know that that's something that most people do not want, and I understand because I normally don't want that either, but in this car they make it really easy because it's all in the bottom of the infotainment system, and if you want to change the temperature, it's as simple as one button away. You don't have to go to one button to another setting to another setting to another setting to go and change the temperature in the car. If you want to go and change your side of the car, if you're a passenger or the driver, you just simply press the button and you change the temperature and you're good. Now also, the car is a twist to start, not a push to start. The car has a heads-up display, and I have to say it's really good, and the reason why it's so good is because it's very big for a heads-up display. It's huge. Normally, a heads-up display is pretty small. This one's very big. Now, also just to let you know that the heads-up display does not just only show how fast you're going, but it also shows the speed limit in your area there, and it'll also show it in the gauge cluster. So it'll tell you exactly how fast you're supposed to be going and just avoid some speeding tickets. So that's good for me. Not only does it do that, but if you're, for example, in a high traffic area, it'll let you know that. It'll let you know basically if you put your navigation on where to go and turn into. So that's really cool as well. I know it's probably common sense, but don't wear polarized glasses if you're going to be... Don't use polarized sunglasses when you're going using the heads-up display because you will not be able to see it almost at all. It'll show very vaguely, but it's not even worth using it if you have some sunglasses on. This interior, other than that it's very good looking and it's very stylish, everything's very usable. Super usable. There's a ton of space in here. I mean, these cubby holders in here have enough space for literally no exaggeration. I could probably fit in the front seats alone maybe 8 or 9 cups. So I know that might be exaggerated, however, you do have the space for it, so that is a really cool feature as well. Now, as far as comfort goes, it's very comfortable. These seats do feel very sporty, so I do like that about the car. Another thing too is that as far as spaciousness goes in the back seats and the trunk, it's very spacious. The back seats have a ton of space. Now the door does, when you open the back doors, they don't open all the way. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying because if you want to go and put stuff in, or you need to go to Home Depot and you need to put stuff in the back, you can't really open the door all the way if your trunk's already full or you don't want to use the trunk. So that's one thing. It's probably one of the most narrow doors I've seen in an SUV. Now the trunk though is awesome. First thing about the trunk is that I love how many ways you could open it. There's actually 4 ways to open the trunk. So the first way is you can go and wave your foot under it and it'll open. Also, if you wave your foot again, it'll close it. So that I thought was really cool. The second way that you can go and open it, you can open it normally, which would be with your hand and open it and it'll open, and then there's a little gate button where you can go and just press it and have it close. The third way that you can go and open and close the car is you can go and use your key and press the key button and it'll open. But not just that, if you press and hold it, it'll also close the gate as well. And the fourth way, and this is probably the only car I've seen that does this, if you're in the driver's seat and you want to go and press the button to go and open the trunk, it'll open the trunk, of course. However, not only will it open the trunk, but it'll also close the trunk too, which is very cool. So those are 4 ways you can open and close the trunk, other than just, I mean, there's a 5th way, which is if you like open it with your hand and close it with your hand, but who does that anymore? Especially in this price bracket. So very, very cool. I really like those features about it. I think that's so cool how they make it extremely convenient to open and close, especially when you're buying this kind of car. You're going to be using the trunk a lot, so might as well be convenient, right? All right, now get in the car, buddy. Let's go. Now, as far as the size of the trunk goes, it's very spacious. I like that there is 2 automatic buttons to go and close the 40-60 split for the trunk, so that we have a little extra space. So that is also very, very cool. Now, as far as safety features go, you have a ridiculous amount of safety features. It's unbelievable. This car is the best backup camera I've ever seen. As far as quality goes, has the best quality back camera I've ever seen. You have an amazing front camera. You have 2 side cameras. So you have 4 cameras in this car. And of course, if you have 4 cameras, what are you gonna have with that? A 360 camera, which is also, I think that not just Volvo, I just think that everybody is working on their 360 camera. It just looks a little funny, but it's being worked on and it works very well, so that's what's important. The car can park itself if you want to. I'd rather park it myself, but it's a cool feature nonetheless. Now, other safety features this car has that are extremely awesome. You have lane keep aid, park assist, cross traffic alert, distance alert, you have, bliss, which is basically like blind spot monitoring. You have corner illumination.
2 hours later.
The list goes on and on and on. Those are all really, really good features. And also really cool, you can move all these features around. I know it's kind of just, I don't know, it's not really important, but you can just move all these features around and just have them wherever you want them. So you can have your preferred features on the top of the list and your least preferred on the bottom of the list. Things like that is just very cool that you can just customize to however you want it. So let's drive this thing. Now in the XC60, you do have a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. You can have an optional turbocharged and supercharged 4-cylinder, which will give you a lot more power. But this one has 250 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Let's see how responsive it is. Let's see. It's pretty good. Reminds me a little bit of the Porsche Macan that I drove a few months ago as far as power goes, which is very similar power number, similar weight as well. It's not really a performance car, but it does well. It's very smooth. It takes corners well. It does feel peppy, so that is good too. You sit really high up too is what I like. Is driving this car, I notice I sit very high up. By the way, the car does take regular gas, so that is really good if you're trying to go and save money or ruin the engine. Just kidding. Man, I love the heads-up display. It's just humongous. It's really, really big. It's the biggest heads-up display I've used before. That's saying a lot. Now, it's not the soft. This car does not glide. If you're looking for a car that's glidey, kind of like a Lexus, this is not that car. It is a little bit more of a firm ride, but that also could be because I'm right now in dynamic mode. Let's see if I change it to comfort. Okay, let's see. That doesn't really change the suspension though, but so in comfort mode, the steering wheel is a lot lighter. So like I said, I prefer dynamic. But driving it around, it does drive very well. I like that it's very firm. The car feels super solid. I really, really appreciate that. And to me, that's my favorite kind of cars to drive, is cars that have a really nice firm drive to it. The suspension, it's not extremely stiff, but it does have some stiffness to it. It's not just like a gliding cloud. I'm not a huge fan of that. Oh, it's a beautiful day today. Especially, it's Florida, and it's like 60 degrees outside, which is awesome. I mean, we never get that. Yeah, driving it around, it feels great though. I mean, it feels really, really good. But honestly, I did not review this car because I wanted to see how it drove. I wanted to review this car because of, one, the tech, and the other part of the tech that I want to see, that I'm most excited about, is seeing how the autonomous driving on this is, because I hear it's really, really good. So I want to go and test that out. Well, actually, I'll just put it right now. So it's very easy. You just press this right arrow on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. You just press right and then hold, and then it goes. Okay, it's doing it. I'm not driving at all. Car's doing it all on its own. So you got to do this over 40 miles an hour. Okay. Now I got to take the wheel. Let's jump on the highway and see how it does. All right, so I'm about to put the pilot assist on. Now, like I said, it's very easy to activate pilot assist. All you got to do is, so you're going to press the right arrow button, and it just goes. Okay, go. Get in the lane. Okay, it's driving itself. Oh my God. Okay. It's driving itself. Apply steering. Okay, apply steering. Okay, tell me to apply steering. Okay, sorry. I just gotta trust you. Sorry, buddy. I just gotta trust you. It's doing it. It's driving itself. Oh my God. Woo! Look at that. It's so weird. Okay, all right, I'm gonna let go again. All right, I trust you. I'm gonna trust you. Okay, now you gotta turn. Oh, this is a major turn here. This is a major turn. Oh, this is scary. This is really cool though. Wow, it's taking this turn really nice. It's staying at 68. Okay, apply the steering. It's telling me to apply the steering. I'm applying the steering. Wow, this is so cool. This is awesome. Wow, look at us go. Wow. So the verdict is the pilot assist is very good. This car is awesome. The pilot assist is awesome. It works. It actually is steering the car. It's keeping me in my lane. It steers, like if we're taking a major turn, it stays in the lane and we'll take the turn. That is so cool. Wow, this is awesome. Technology, man, Jesus. All right, don't hit the Kia or hit the Kia. Unless it's the Stinger, because I haven't reviewed one yet. Okay, wow, it's doing it. This is so cool. All right, well, I think that this concludes my pilot assist review. It's doing a great job. It's staying at 68 miles an hour. I mean, somebody else brakes in front of me, it brakes too. It needs to steer, it steers. Every once in a while it asks me to help it, so I do. You know, I'm cool with that. So I'm just gonna go and park this thing because I'm getting gray hairs. I'm getting like nervous and I'm getting anxiety here. So I'm just gonna leave it alone now. I'm just gonna go and pull over. Oh, just very exciting and a lot of anxiety all at the same time, but really cool car, really cool features. I'm gonna go park this thing. All right, guys, well, that was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed this car. The pilot assist was really cool. I really enjoyed using that feature. Really, what I enjoy about this car so much is all the little things that this car can do. It has so many little details, and this car is really all in the details is what I've noticed. Everywhere from safety features, which has some of the best safety features that I've seen. Obviously Tesla has a better pilot assist, and maybe Audi has a little bit better as far as technology goes, as far as your infotainment system goes, and a few other features. But when you have it as a whole package, this thing just does everything really well when it comes to the tech. So I think that really puts it up there with the other cars. Overall, a lot of fun, really great. This is not a really like super sporty sedan, but it is peppy, it is enjoyable. But really, this is a car that is meant to be a utility vehicle. And it does that with a ton of luxury. So for that reason, it's a great car. Well, everybody, that concludes my video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all coming here and watching my videos day in and day out that I post. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great day. If this is your first time coming to the channel, make sure to go and hit that subscribe button and give it a like. And if you have any questions or anything that you wanted to add to the video, make sure to go and put a comment in the bottom below. Thank you so much again for watching. Have a great day, everybody. See ya.